Risottos, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do. It's Milanese, without exemption. Okay, I'll stop there. But in all seriousness, if there is one risotto to master, this is it. Hey again, and welcome to another stumble into the world of culinary adventure. And today, it's a dish very dear to my soul. No, there's no romantic backstory to it. No nonna that made it as a comfort food when I had tripped and cut my leg as a child, which I did quite often. No reminiscence of a first love. No, absolutely not. Why it is dear is that I just absolutely love it to bits. It's comforting, it makes me feel good about eating, about myself, about the world, even if it is just for the momentary. Its delicate flavours of marrow and saffron, the addition of a bitey Italian hard cheese, the creaminess created by the slow cook of the risotto in stock, and the texture of the plump grains of al dente rice create for me just a perfect storm of a dish. Now, traditionally, Milanese risotto is eaten with osso buco, which is a slow cooked veal shank, but I do love to eat it just as a standalone dish. And hey, that's what we'll do today. So now just a little bit of history about the risotto. Now, the main feature of Milanese risotto is its yellow colour as a result of using saffron. Now, it's noted that in Arabic and European medieval cuisine, when chefs wanted to impress guests, they would add yellow colour to food, often made with egg yolk, which kind of reminded guests of gold, a symbol of nobility. Now, even though rice was cultivated in the north of Italy, where Milan is, in the 14th century, influenced by extensive cultivation in Naples in the south, an official recipe for Milanese risotto wasn't printed until 1829. Now, the classic recipe was described by Felice Luraschi, a celebrated chef from Milan, and titled Risotto alla Milanese. And it went something like this. Cut one onion with a crescent knife. Add some beef marrow and a little butter. Toast and sieve everything. Put the needed amount of rice, a little saffron, a little nutmeg, and cook it by adding a good stock from time to time. When half cooked, add half a servellata sausage. Let it cook, put the grated cheese, and serve. Now, from this recipe, another one was developed in the 20th century by Pellegrino Artusi, where in his second recipe, he adds white wine and ox marrow. He had in fact realised that this marrow made the dish stick to the palate. Therefore, a touch of acidity in the wine was needed to degrease the mouth and give strength to the risotto. And that is pretty much the recipe in modern day, apart from the sausage. So in the risotto today, we have a crisp Pinot Grigio from Italy to provide the acidity. We've got some saffron threads, garlic, onion. We're going to use some butter, grana padano, which is a cheese that has a little less bite than Reggiano, but works really, really well in risotto. And then we've got rice, some homemade chicken stock. Now, I do use veal stock also, but as veal is not in season and beef stock can just be a little bit too intense, I like to use chicken stock. And finally, the beef marrow, which is extracted from a bone like this one here. So I usually soak it for 5 minutes in warm water and then I just scoop it out gently. Now, I got this from a butcher and got him just to cut it in lengthways so I can access the marrow easily. So, with all that background, I'm sure you just want to get cooking, so let's get to it. And that's it. Risotto alla Milanese, or Milanese risotto. An exquisite dish. And you can see that just taking time to nurture that risotto gives just the best result. So if you want to be notified of any upcoming videos, then subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be planning on posting 2 videos per week. One is a cooking snippet and the other one is a longer recipe. The next one planned is an absolute beauty Nepalese goat curry, so stay tuned. Until then, continue to cook better, eat better, and feel great. Bye for now.